Good morning, everyone. Well, obviously it's still good morning, kind of, because I'm still wearing my PJ. Yes, I just woke up. Well, yes, today it's November 12th, Saturday, and tonight I'm gonna watch a live soccer match, which is the 13th one, like in the midst of COVID-19. Also, the 6th live one this year in 2022, and I'm gonna watch this season's, as in 2022 to 2023 Australian Isuzu UTE Hyundai A-League. It's already Matchweek 6, and this time I'm gonna watch, because I'm in Sydney, I'm gonna watch the Sydney Derby. Yes, Sydney Derby, Sydney FC against Western Sydney Wanderers at finally back to where they are in the Moore Park Road Alliance Stadium, because in the past few years Alliance Stadium went for Renault, and during that time Sydney FC hosted their home league matches somewhere in Netstrata Jubilee Stadium in Cogra sometimes, or the Leichhardt Oval in Leichhardt, which are like those like pretty small slash local stadium. But this time the Alliance Stadium like finished Renault, so Sydney FC back to Moore Park Road, as you know, the lyrics of the cheer lyrics mentioned. So yes, I mean this time the Sydney Derby, the A-League Sydney Derby will be back. I mean, as in for Sydney FC host back to Alliance Stadium in Moore Park. So previously Sydney FC, the last meeting of Sydney Derby, the last meeting of Sydney FC against Western Sydney Wanderers, it's where I've been to, the Netstrata Jubilee Stadium last season in Matchweek 2022 on 2nd of April this year, which is 7-ish months ago, with the result of 3-2. But since then, both Sydney FC and Western Sydney Wanderers have different, quite a lot of changes, most particularly on the players. Some left, some gone. I already kind of forgot about that. So as in for now, before the match, I mean, as in specifically before this match week, before match week 6, in terms of the ranking, Western Sydney Wanderers, it's higher than Sydney FC. Western Sydney Wanderers rank second. Note that there are only 12 teams in the A-League. Western Sydney Wanderers rank second. They played 5 matches. They won 3 of them, drew 1, lost 1, got 10 points. Whereas Sydney FC also played 5, but won 2, drew 1, lost 2, ranked 6, but got 7 points. So you can kind of see, like, it's still like not much of difference in terms of the strength of each A-League teams, because even though from 2nd to 6th it's only like a 3-point difference. So that's a bit of a background of what I'm gonna watch tonight, because obviously it's not in the morning, it's not in the afternoon, but it's around 7:45 as things stand, unless something happens. But yes, tonight at 7:45, November 12th, Saturday, I'm gonna watch a live soccer match at Alliance Stadium for this season 2022 to 2023 Australian Isuzu UTE Hyundai A-League Matchweek 6. It's Sydney FC against Western Sydney Wanderers. So talking about COVID-19 restrictions, Sydney or New South Wales or Australia, they already went to how to living with COVID. So there are no like vaccination or testing requirements, obviously, to go to major recreation facilities such as sports stadiums, such as Alliance Stadium in this case, or even person limit. According to what I checked online, if it's correct, Alliance Stadium has a 40 42,500 seat capacity. 42,500 seat capacity. So that means like the maximum capacity for this match can be 100%, can be 42,500. Anyway, it's this season's first Sydney derby, and it's also back to where Sydney FC should be at Alliance Stadium, and I'm ready for tonight's game. 2022 to 2023 Australian Isuzu UTE Hyundai A-Link Matchweek 6, Sydney FC against Western Sydney Wanderers at Alliance Stadium, Moore Park. Let's go! Just past 6:30 p.m. It's already November 12th, Saturday. I'm already outside Alliance Stadium, where new Sydney FC, used to be, but now newly renovated home ground is. The middle flag is Australian flag. On the left, it's the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander flag, and the right one is the state flag, where New South Wales flag. Depends on where you come from, but if you take public transport, like me, I take the light rail from Central / Chalmers Street, L2 or L3, or I guess during these match services, LX is from Central Chalmers Street non-stop directly to Moore Park, which is way over there. Or if you take the normal L2 or L3, that will be one stop in between. So from Central Chalmers Street, that it's Surrey Hills, then Moore Park. So if it's normal light rail, it's 2 stops. Otherwise, it's only one direct stop. As you can see, most of the spectators coming are Sydney FC supporters. Well, that's because we are at Alliance Stadium and Sydney home ground. The boys in blue in Moore Park Road, Sydney FC. So yeah, without further ado, let's head inside this newly renovated stadium. Row P, seat 19. Bay 17, row P, seat 19. As you can see, on my left, it's the Sydney FC fan zone, and of course, the team in blue are Sydney FC warming up. That means the Western Sydney Wanderers, red and black, should be like training on the right, like final warm-up before the match kickoff at 7:45, which is less than 45 minutes from now. And for my dinner today, I got myself a food, fish and chips. You can get yourself a creamy aioli, tomato sauce, and also the tartar sauce those three kinds of sauces for you to accompany with fish and chips, 3 pieces of fish, and also got myself a drink, which is a can of beer, which is a premium light. Note that in major like recreation facilities like sports stadium, it's all cashless, so you have to pay for your beer and also the fish and chips with your credit card or debit card whatsoever. Cash payment is not accepted. So again, here we are. I'm already at Moore Park Road, Alliance Stadium. My seat for tonight, 2022 to 2023 Isuzu, Australian Isuzu UTE Hyundai A-League Matchweek 6, Sydney FC against Western Sydney Wanderers. Here I am at Bay 17, Row P, seat 19. Sydney FC, who show the players one by one from the starting 11 and part of a substitute. Western Sydney Wanderers, they showed it all at once.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the growing down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. Lest we forget.
Remembrance Day yesterday, because yesterday on Friday it's November 11th. First half has just begun. Sydney FC boys in blue left to right, whereas the away team Western Sydney Wanderers red and black, it's right to left. First half has just ended. Well, both Sydney FC and Western Sydney Wanderers, in my opinion, I mean, they have equal opportunities in the first half, but not so clinical enough in terms of whatsoever goal scoring opportunities. So for now, as things stand, it's Sydney FC 0, Western Sydney Wanderers 0. So second half has just begun. Both Sydney FC and Western Sydney Wanderers have not made any substitution yet, but you know, because second half-time, both teams swap sides. So for now, the home team Sydney FC boys in blue right to left, whereas the away team Western Sydney Wanderers red and black, it's left to right. Unfortunately, Sydney FC conceded a goal, and it's actually Ninkovic, who used to play for Sydney FC, now playing for Western Sydney Wanderers. He assisted to Kusini Yengi. So it's Kusini Yengi from Western Sydney Wanderers who opened the lead, and for now, as things stand, it's Sydney FC 0, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. From the away fans Western Sydney Wanderers, the full-time score, it's Sydney FC 0, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. All in all, that's a really interesting experience, especially first time to be back. Sydney FC finally back in Alliance Stadium here in Moore Park. My journey begins from the light rail experience, so this match ticket includes entry and return transport, that is your journey to the stadium and the journey leaving from the stadium. Just now when I took the train from Central Chama Street, originally the first one, they were like a pack of Western Sydney Wanderers fans, and they saw me wearing Sydney FC shirt. They kind of like chanted on me, so I responded by a nice smile on them, and then I just wait for the next light rail, and then yeah. So basically, it's free to take public transport to and from the stadium, and yeah, it's cashless for any purchases here inside the stadium. Overall performance, honestly, in terms of shots attempt, possession-wise, Sydney FC and Western Sydney Wanderers is 50-50. But as kind of mentioned earlier, Western Sydney Wanderers are kind of more clinical. That's why Milos Ninkovic, yes, full name, Milos Ninkovic, the guy who used to play Sydney FC, now plays for Western Sydney Wanderers. He assisted the goal for Kusini Yankee, and that's the only goal for this match. So as a final score, the 2022 to 2023 Australian Isuzu UTE Hyundai A-League Matchweek 6, it's Sydney FC 0, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. So as things stand, after 6 match play, Western Sydney Wanderers played 6, win 4, draw 1, lose 1, got 13 points. Whereas Sydney FC, they also played 6, but win only 2, draw 1, but lose 3, got only 7 points, ranked 5th of the A-League table as things stand. So that's a wrap of this long time no ball 13.0. Also the 6th live soccer match in this year 2022. It's 2022 to 2023. This season's Australian Isuzu UTE Hyundai A-League Matchweek 6. Again, final score Sydney FC 0, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the video by not only give a like to this video and subscribe to this channel, and follow my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter so you guys won't miss out. And that's a wrap, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya! So interestingly, you can not only take the light rail between Central and Moore Park, you can also take the frequent replacement, those free buses, which also connect as an alternative to, between Central and Moore Park.